Okay, welcome back everybody. I hope you all had a great weekend and hope you all have a great week coming ahead. Alright, we're going to go ahead and jump into Naruto this week. And this is number 623 and it is titled View. Okay, so we continue with Madara and Hashirama. Still, this we're still in the flashback and we're getting to see them how their friendship developed as children. So they're still out there, skipping rocks and they're telling little jokes out there like Madara saying like that your hairdo and your outfit are totally lame. And look at Hashirama, he gets down on himself, he's all gloomy and we see they are sparring out there and he's still explaining that it's like after that we started meeting up every now and then, still without knowing each other's name, others' family name, excuse me. We'd spar and compare our shinobi moves or talk about the future. So yeah, they're out there sparring, they're training, they're fighting. Sparring, not fighting. Excuse me for that. And what we see, Madara is saying that your taijutsu techniques are pretty good. Nice job pulling the draw against me. And he's saying, no, not quite a tie. I'm still standing. And Madara's like, what? So he threw a rock and hit him on the head. And he fell, and he fell there too, just like he did. And he's like, hey, you were saying? Okay. So we go ahead and they're continuing the conversation that they were having. But the question is, how do we change things concretely? We've got to have a vision for the future. The first steps are for us to not give up on our ideals and to get a lot stronger. Weak pups barking won't change a thing. Okay, so what we're having here, they're talking about they have their ideas of how things should be, and in order to achieve their ideals, they're gonna have to, they're gonna need strength. You can't be weak and accomplish something. You need strength in order to do that. So what we hear, you see their views, and Hashirama is saying if we master all sorts of jutsu and get stronger, the adults won't be able to ignore our words anymore. It said we gotta master many jutsu and cover any weaknesses. And excuse me. And so they're talking, they're continuing their conversation. And Hashirama's like, it really does stop flowing because Madara's, yeah, he is peeing, and he says, I told you not to stand behind me. Yeah, I mean, I mean, this is really good to see how their story so far, yeah, they're really different from Naruto and Sasuke. What you see, you have here is, two people. Obviously, the times are different for them versus Naruto and Sasuke. But given that the times that they are in, where you can't even say your last name, or else you risk being killed, because you're automatically enemies, and they have a sense of okay, Hashirama sent something from Madara, and Madara sent something from Hashirama. That maybe one is a Senju and maybe one is an Uchiha. But to them it doesn't matter. They have very similar ideals, and they want to work together to accomplish it, to achieve them. And so we have here is see. Okay. All right, excuse me one moment here. Okay, and so what they have here, they say, Hashirama's like, he said, I thought up an awesome jutsu. And he said, let's master it together. The ultimate taijutsu, a super fire style genjutsu, slice giant shuriken two-step drop. And Madara's like, yeah, I can't visualize that. He says, let me break it down for you. And he's like, shut up. We're competing at a rock cliff climbing today. He's like, quit getting depressed so easily. Yeah, Hashirama, yeah, he got really down on himself pretty quickly back in those days, growing up. You see, they're doing their climbing up the rocks, obviously using their chakra. Just they're just running up. And of course, Hashirama won that when, and they're continuing their conversation, looking at the mountains from the top of the cliff. And emergency, it's a beautiful scene. It's a really beautiful scene right there. And what they're saying is that what a sweeping view of the forest, you can see really far, is what they're saying. In terms of eyesight, I'm pretty sure you can't beat me. You want to challenge me? What the? You seem real proud of your eyes, eh? Of course I am. For I've got shh. He's like, uh-oh. So yeah, he almost let the cat out the bag with that showering gun. And so both realized something, he realized that, no. And Hashirama's like, what's up? And Mato's like, never mind. I guess it ain't all that. You're being awful candid for once. Or else my siblings wouldn't be dead. I couldn't even protect them, so I oughtn't. He's like, oughtn't, huh? And what they so he's thinking back about his brothers, and Hashirama has thought back to his brother, the vision of him being dead that we did see in the previous chapter. And he's saying is that you don't have any siblings left. I do, one younger brother. So Madara only has one sibling left, which we did see in this chapter. So they continue with their talk, and Madara's like, I swear I'll protect him no matter what. Let's build our settlement here and make it so kids won't have to kill each other. And so the spot there, son, yes, that is the future of Konoha right there. The village hidden in the leaves. And Hashirama's like, we'll create a school where kids can train and grow up stronger, assign missions that fit individuals' abilities and strength, have superiors who can properly assign ranks to commissions. It'll be a place where kids don't have to be sent into harsh battlefronts. And what we see, yes, that did turn out to be the case, while you have the rank missions with the eight, the S ranks and the A's and the C's, for all of the different skill sets for the shinobi. Obviously, the toughest ones, the highest ranked ones, are going to be the most dangerous ones, but the lowest, So, they continue with their conversation. And it's like, well, if such a settlement gets built up, then I could watch over and protect my little brother, is what Madara is saying. So they're smiling, they've definitely become friends and they're both happy. And what it's saying here is that was their village of Konoha would eventually stand. I made a resolution that day to endure for the sake of my comrade. Okay, and they give each other rocks that they skipped across the river to each other. And what they're saying is that we both reached the other side now. That's a good stone for skipping. I'll let you hold on to it until we meet next time, okay? And so what we see here is Tobirama, and then Hashirama's like elder brother. Tobirama's like elder brother, we gotta talk. And so you see him and his father. It's Hashirama, Tobirama, and his father. They're having a conversation, and he's like, "This, that you've been meeting with. How do you?" And Tobirama explains, I've been telling you on father's orders, elder brother. I'm better at sensory than you. You've been going out a lot recently. I wondered what was up. I looked into that young man's. He's of the Uchiha clan, and he's taken down even capable adults of our clan. He appears to be a born shinobi genius. That's what his father is telling him. And so, what you have here is Hashirama has the realization that, that what he did thought was true. That yes, he is an Uchiha, and he said so as much. He said, "I figured so." And his father is saying that given your lack of obvious surprise, don't tell me the two of you already know each other's family names. He's like, no, I totally didn't know. I don't even think he knows either. And his father is explaining to him is that you understand what this means, don't you? I haven't mentioned anything to the other Senju yet, but if you don't want to be suspected as a spy, settle that youth after the next time you meet. You're to bring home intel on the Uchiha clan. That's your mission. And if he should notice you, kill him. Are you sure he's an Uchiha? Hashirama's asking. And his father saying yes. If he's found out that you're Senju, he'll pretend to let his guard down in order to steal intel on us. Do not trust him. And Hashirama's like, no, he's not like that. And his father he's saying, you have no idea what he's thinking inside his guts. If he tricks you, you'll be putting every Senju in danger. Just in case Tobirama and I will come along. Got that? And so what you see here is Hashirama's looking at that rock that they have earlier. And so they go back to the meeting spot on the river. They're on the opposite sides of the river. Hashirama's on one, Madara's on the other. And you see Madara saying, I know it's right off the bat, but how about we skip stones in lieu of exchanging greetings? And Hashirama's like, yeah, so they throw the rocks across the river to each other. And they both catch them, and what they see, you see the surprise look on their faces, both of them. And what you see in here is that Madara is saying, Hashirama, sorry, I just remembered something I have to do today. Gotta go. And Hashirama's like, oh yeah, I'm going to head home too then, later. And so what you see there, they both take off running. And what you see here, what they saw was actually on the stones. It said run and stone. On the other stone it said trap scram. So they take off running, of course. And Hashirama's father's like, that speed, he's planning to run for it. Hashirama warned him, let's go, Tobirama. He's like, yes sir. And when we see Madara's father, he says, seems we're both on the same page. Senju Batsuma and Tobirama, I believe. Indeed, Uchiha Tajima and Izuna, right? So what we see here is the fathers. You see Madara's father, Batsuma, and of course, Hashirama's father, Tajima. And you see the little brother of Madara, Izuna, and the little brother of Hashirama, Tobirama. So, and what's interesting about this is that Tobirama and Izuna both have swords, and what you see here is that and that Tobirama and Izuna appear to know each other. They appear to know each other some kind of way. And then what looks to be happening is that a battle is going to occur, and maybe this is where something happened to Izuna. I'm not really sure how he's going to play this one out. But obviously, I'm expecting at least for a battle. How long the battle went on, who knows? But from the father's point of view, they're looking to kill one another. So obviously, Tobirama's going to survive, and Izuna, he's not going to die until later. So yeah, what we have here, and it's pretty sad in the sense that looking at Izuna and Tobirama, looking at them being so young, and they're getting ready to have basically a fight to the death. That's what they're both prepared for. And you see the fathers, it's just another day for them. All right, so I enjoyed this chapter very much. Very good, lots of information being provided. And Naruto will be on break next week, so yeah, the first time they went on break this year. So yeah, but there's plenty to hold you over until during that week's time period. So